Tributes continue to pour in for Mandla Maphumulo, also known as Mampintsha. The star passed away this morning at the age of 40. Mampintsha was recently hospitalized after suffering a stroke. Joining us now is DJ Socks, someone who worked closely with Mampintsha for a number of years. A very good evening to DJ Socks, and thank you so much for joining us. And condolences to you as a close friend, a close colleague, someone who knew and understood and worked with Mampintsha for as long as you did. I imagine this is a loss that has definitely hit you quite hard. You, the Afrotainment family, the KZN family, the South African family. How do we remember Mandla Maphumulo?
Ngicela ukubingelela nje ngibingelele nabo bonke ababukeli emakhaya. We remember uMampintsha as a bubbly character, as someone who was always making everybody laugh. Obviously his music, I mean, voice yakhe nje in any beat uvele uzwe nje ukuthi no ayikuyafiwa ke manje. So but most of all is the smile as that he made sure ukuthi sinaso ebusweni bethu njalo uma ngabe khona.
Big Naz has lost big time this time around. We're talking Armashesha himself a couple of years ago. The music scene did lose him as well. I mean, we need to be fair to say that this is the pride and joy of KwaZulu-Natal. This is where it comes out. Magtua Effect Durban Rocks. This is what we talk about. This is essentially the identity of Effect Durban Rocks. I mean, what has KZN lost in Mampintsha, in what we're now seeing with Big Naz left with only but one member?
Look, it's a pride and joy of Umlazi. It's a pride and joy of Durban. It's a pride and joy of KZN, of South Africa as a whole. It is a great loss. Njengobusho ukuthi we first lost uArmashesha and manje uMampintsha uDanger useliyedwa. I've spoke to him twice, I think 3 times today. He's just shaken. He can't even talk. I spoke to Tira. In fact, it's Tira who asked me to take his interviews today. He tried to take one interview on Ukoze and he just burst out in tears. So it's just a sad day. It's just a sad day.
How's the Afro family dealing with this? And I mean, we can only but imagine what his wife, Babes Odumo, is how she's dealing with this at the moment, But how's the Afro family, yourself included? How are you guys dealing with this? I know you just said now that Tira just couldn't even do his interviews that he's been called for. But how's the Afro family at large dealing with this?
I spoke to Dladla Mshunqisi today. In fact, I saw him. He was very shaken. I haven't seen Babes today. I'm hoping ukuthi I'm actually in Westville. Ngiyakwakhe manje endlini. I'm hoping ukuthi ngizombona. I'm not too sure noma ukhona yini endlini, but ila siyohlangana sonke manje khona. Tomorrow we have an event. Big Naz was supposed to perform at 12 o'clock midnight. We still don't know how that's gonna go, if we're gonna do a tribute for him, and we're just all in shock.
What do you know, Socks, so far about his condition? Because he suffered a stroke, and now we are talking about him in passing on a Saturday evening. Gutwa wenzejan?
Uqale wakhala ngomlenze nje, and then kwakhona message I sent out to some of the bookings that he might not make it to my bookings over the weekend. Kune booking ebikwamashu wagcina engakwazi ukufika kwena. So we all just thought mhlambe hayi umlenze or something has to do with ama muscles, and then we just find out it was a minor stroke, and then all of a sudden he's gone.
You talk about how he had a couple of gigs that were set. If there's 1 month that, Effect Durban Rocks, the KZN army, the GOM army, your Big Naz, if there's 1 month, you will always find them busy every single day of the month, December. At one point, Big Naz was the one that was closing the year for South Africa at large. What was he still yet to do? What was he and Danger still yet to do, Nina? As Usoks, Utira, Big Naz, what was still lined up for the remainder of the festive season? All right. right. It looks like Sox's picture is frozen at the moment. Unfortunately, we may have lost him. But, I mean, we did get as much as we possibly could. We do at least have some sort of an idea of how all of this started now that we are speaking of Mampintsha, as the late. But condolences to him, condolences to Sox, Utira, Babes Wotumo, the Afrotainment family, and South Africa as a whole. We have lost, of course, an entertainer in Mandla Maphumulo, a.k.a. Mampintsha. But I'm being told now that Sox is back. Sox, young is.
Yes, sengiyakuzwa manje.
But I was asking, what was still lined up for Big Nas, Afrotainment? Because I know, they used to be the face of Festive, and probably still were, because Gqom is still quite a huge genre of music in South Africa. What was Big Nas and Mampintsha still to do for the Festive?
Besides counting the big events like Fact Durban Rocks, like Durban Underground, of which he was booked at, and some of the gigs. I mean, tomorrow I knew about 2, which was Durban Underground, and 1 Ebis Court. But I think the biggest thing was their latest song, eNCA, which is a big song, and Ezohlukanisa Unyaka, we were all looking forward to it. The comeback of Big Nas, this album, the track eNCA, the amount of support and energy on the song. It's a new song that just picked up manje, but we're looking forward to ukuthi yona izohlukanisa unyaka, and then bese kwenzeka lokhu, so it's just a very sad situation.